is about racing. Project E. Finally, you show yourself. That's an FD. What's that? An H6.
What's going on, boys and girls, and welcome back to Project Zangetsu. I am currently on my way to Bumper. It's a very affordable local spares shop, and we're going to get a set of brake pads because despite the fact that I very recently changed my brake pads on the front right wheel, there seems to be some heavy wearage that started right after that. So obviously it's got to be on another one of the wheels. The issue is going to be trying to find out which one. But using the logic that I was taught by Grant Hay a few years ago, the front right brake pads are normally the first to wear because that's where the weight normally is on the car, especially if you're the kind of driver who's normally alone in the car. So my logic tells me that because I've had passengers every now and then, one at the maximum in this car, namely chef's pair, I think the one that's currently wearing now is the front left, but we'll confirm that when we get home. Ever since I finally got that rounded bolt sorted out by the spark plug, the engine seems a lot more alive now. It seems a lot more responsive. You know, I don't know if I may have said this already in a previous video, but it's been blowing my mind how consistent the improvement in performance has been. It literally feels like someone borrowed me their Subaru. It's almost like I modified the car somehow, but I didn't really, you know. And I imagine that it probably feels a little bit like how Richard Hammond felt when Martin was finally completed and he took him out for his first drive and he had that very nostalgic Top Gear-ish experience. You know, power's there exactly when I need it. Suspension is responding better because the power is there. You know, outside of these pesky brake pads, it's an insane experience. Like the car is really starting to feel like how I always used to fantasize a Subaru would feel years before I got it. Therapeutic to drive. Okay guys, it seems I may have made a bit of a mess up. These are my rear brake pads, as you can see. We are at the back of the car. I checked the front left and they seemed to still have a lot of life in them. And then I had to come to the next likely suspect. The reason why I came straight to the rear right hand side is because I know that recently I replaced the rear left, so it couldn't have been them. And it turns out, unfortunately, I was right in that assumption. So I recall that I might have at least one or two of these left from the last time, I'm not sure. But even if I don't, I'm pretty sure getting them might not be a problem, because bumper to bumpers prices are ridiculously cheap. The front brake pads that I bought, I mean, it's cool now that I've got a set at least, but when I bought them when I went to Midas to get a quote, they told me 1,400, and then I went to Bumper, and you won't guess how much they charged me. 227. So I can only, now that was for a set of front brake pads. I can only imagine that the rear set is going to be even cheaper, because they normally are, because they're smaller pads. For example, the last time I bought a set of both front and rear from Korean Motor Spares, they charged me just over 500 for the fronts, and then about 200 and something for the rear. Now I can only imagine what kind of prices bumper to bumper is going to charge. Okay, so this one still had a little bit of life, but it's also on its way out. But yeah, anyway, I can only imagine what price bumper to bumper is going to charge. Probably something like less than 200 rand. So let's see. Okay, so lucky for me, we still have one left that I had changed unnecessarily, because it still has a lot of life in it. And fortunately, one of these still has just a little bit of life left. So it's probably going to start complaining soon, but this one will take a bit of a while. And then in the meantime, I'll just put these on, and then I'll go and get a new set as soon as possible. Okay, everything's all buttoned up. A semi-successful rear brake service. Okay, so we've got everything buttoned up. We're just tightening the wheel, and we're gonna take it for a little bit of a test drive. You know, I suspect that this is the first time in my entire ownership of this car that I've changed the back brakes on this particular wheel, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. Okay, so I'm just pumping the brake pedal back into its position before starting the car. Okay, I'm not hearing any more scraping already. And that was a full stop, no scraping. Oh, it's such a good thing we've got a big driveway here. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy this video today. If you did enjoy it, please click on the thumbs up icon to leave us a like. And if you'd like to see more from Project Zangetsu, please go ahead and click subscribe. And be sure to hit that bell icon so you are notified each and every time I drop new content on this here channel. As usual people, take care of each other, stay awesome, and keep the dream alive. Peace.
Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff, everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once.